Hello guys and welcome back to today's review. Today I'm going to be talking about the SoonJung Hydrating Moisturizer. This is to help create a very healthy barrier for your skin. It soothes, it calms and moisturizes your skin and takes it to a level where you feel comfort in your skincare routine. So if you see a notice in my skin, it's because of the background. So we're kind of like trying to figure out if this black background works for us. So bear with us. However, going back to this review, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, support us by liking the video and leave a comment down below. If you can, to please share the video to somebody who potentially would benefit out of this review. This is great for somebody who has more of a sensitive, very dry skin. That's very interesting. It says here that it has a very low pH balance, so it's definitely not going to be something that's going to trigger your skin overall. And I feel like a lot of the times when we have come to point or terms with a lot of exfoliation, doesn't matter if it's chemical, physical, I feel like we get our skin into very problematic areas where we get allergies, we get breakouts, we tend to have more redness. So we do have to be more mindful of which products we end up utilizing. Purchased it at Amazon and it was between $12. I think because of the discount it went down to $8. So, and it comes directly from the brand, so which is pretty nice, and I really like that. And in this channel we are very honest and brutal when it comes to be outspoken and tell you how it actually feels, not to just be like, yeah, I like this product and it works fantastic. Science actually says moisturizing cream to strengthen skin's barrier, moisture barrier, and it soothes the skin. It keeps the skin moisturized by giving the skin's oil. And it is also weakly acidic formulas whose pH similar to skin's lipid film. So it has a low irritant pH. So that's pretty amazing. This arrived really fast. Now packaging wise overall, I think it's cute enough. I really like it. It's made in Korea. Once it's open, it's only good for 10 months. So you gotta be aware of that. So once you open it, you pretty much have to indulge yourself. I feel like seeing it does remind me kind of, ooh, that's a very interesting packaging. When I press it, nothing comes out. I guess I just have to switch it. Yeah, I guess you do. Yeah, you do. Ooh, this is interesting. So once I switch it, you can tell right there, it's like a moisturizer. It's a very ergonomic, it's a very anti-hygienic form to basically apply your moisturizing cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump onto my actual skincare routine for today, and then hopefully we'll see what this is all about. If I'm being honest with you guys, I think I've only tried one full moisturizer, which was the Buddha Pulong, which is a moisturizer that you put on your freezer, your refrigerator, and you apply it all over your skin, and it feels very nice and indulgent. So I really enjoyed that one. So this time it's gonna be something more for continuous and longer process and benefits, rather than just having that hydration into your skin for one time only. So first off, I'm gonna start off with the Elemis Super Sika Calm. This is a very hydrating formula. It is a foaming cleanser. You don't really need a lot. I like to use 2 to 3 pumps depending on how I feel, and it's lasted me a long time. It even though it has like a tiny bit, I do have plenty of product for at least a month. Then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and obviously cleanse and rinse and top dry, and then I'm gonna jump into the Glam Glow toner. This is a very hydrating, exfoliating toner that I personally like. Excuse me. I personally like a lot. I feel like this one has worked really well for my skin. And then we're gonna jump. I'm deciding whether should I jump onto a hydrating spray or just an essence, and then we'll jump onto keep it as simple as possible. So I'm deciding whether I want to do this Peptide Glam Glow serum, or this is a brand new to the market Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Serum. It's a very indulgent. It protects and builds also the skin barrier, and it's really nice for your skin. And what I wanted to do as a treatment today, I was wondering if I should be using this. This has become one of my favorite ones. This is a Bright Mud Tingling Dual Action Treatment. So you apply this one on, you leave it on for as a mask, you activate it by scrubbing your hands or like basically rubbing in circular motions, and then that's how you activate the ingredients overall, and then you leave it on for 20 minutes and then you rinse it off. So let's go ahead and start jumping in. So in the meantime, in the video, I'm gonna go ahead and decide if I should do that. No, I'm doing plenty of wash. And like I said, it's very interesting how Korean beauty is taking over like skincare products. To me, it's so interesting to watch so many videos about, you know, solar protection and different type of moisturizers and different type of concerns. I feel like in Korea or overall Asian culture, when it comes not only in skincare, but today I'm gonna focus on skincare. I feel like they have such a wide variety of products in market. It just blows my mind that a lot of the times here in the United States, the regulations for skincare products are so different. Like I haven't seen as many options when it comes to, you know, sun protection SPF 50 plus minus and all that stuff, like, or like even having like UV solar protections with UV ray, blue light, you know, all those options. I don't get to have them when I'm going to purchase something at the stores. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off. It's already sucked into my skin. Gonna go ahead and rinse off and I'll come back with you guys. I just finished washing and rinsing my face, and overall feels very nice, very soft and fresh overall. And then we're gonna jump onto the treatment. This is a Glam Glow Bright Mud treatment. You leave it on for 20 minutes, you apply it, and with circular motions, your hands do end up sticky, so be aware of that. And I have tried this a couple of times. You don't really use a lot. However, it's up to you how much product you want to use. And I have personally liked it so far. I don't think it's, as long as you know and use the directions and you know your skin and you know your limits of exfoliation, you should be fine. Now, going back to what I was saying before, I think nowadays, you know, the difference between skincare overall and makeup and the whole makeup industry, over here in the US at least, I think it definitely has changed within the last couple of years. I have also experienced a very good amount of customer service when it comes to the US, at least where I live. Now we live in California. And I feel, and I wanted to jump into this video and also talk about it. So now we're gonna have those 20 minutes and it's 7:40 my time. So we're gonna leave it until like 8. So I feel like nowadays I encounter myself into more customer service issues. I think to me it makes a lot of impact when I go to a store or a beauty store and I encounter really good customer service. And I don't think we have ever found that kind of customer service. Have we, Duan? Have we found any good customer service overall lately? I think only Planet Beauty.
Well, you know.
How do you feel with Sephora's customer service? How do you feel like when they greet you in the beginning? What do you think that starting the pandemic has been different from before, in between Sephora, Ulta, and other beauty brands or beauty companies?
Well, with Ulta, customer service is just very poor.
It is.
To say professionally, I think that the customer service is just more of like, don't steal versus like, do you really need help? Can I help you find, or can I inspire you to buy something? So I've never really had a good experience with Ulta. I feel like whenever I have a positive experience at Ulta, I'm very, very surprised and very grateful.
I feel like the managers have also been very deceiving, the ones we have met at Ulta. I think when I think about Ulta nowadays in 2021, you know, during the coronavirus pandemic, I always think, you know, there is literally no concerns and no safety guidelines according to the coronavirus. They're literally like, hi, welcome, and that's pretty much all you get.
And if you get that.
And then sometimes I want to say, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty much honest. I don't even know why I say that all the time, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And when it comes to this, like every time I go into an Ulta and they don't greet me, I be like, hi, welcome. And
we call them out, yeah. Because that's part of their job.
Yeah,
to make us feel welcome and to feel.
I used to work at Ulta because I'm pretty sure that people are gonna be like, nah, that is not their job. It is your job because you're working in the customer service environment, and you're supposed to greet. if I'm going to a store and I don't know anything about skincare, makeup, or hair care, body care, I am going there because I want to dice, because I want to have that kind of comfort zone where I can definitely expose myself and ask questions. And a lot of the times I feel judged, whether how I look, whether if I'm a man or a female, whether if I'm colored. Like I remember one time we were checking out at Ulta actually, and this African American black woman said she wanted to do a return, and they had such a horrible customer service at Ulta, and she had to call her husband. She had her babies waiting on her. Oh my gosh, it was chaotic. Like I have to say that when I worked with Ulta, it was so different, and it just when I go to Ulta, I just expect the worst nowadays. I feel like when it comes to rewards, having a lot of variety for like drugstore, because I honestly like to go to the drugstore a portion.
I feel like the thing with their high-end section is it's just very bland. I mean, they thrive out of Tarte, Urban Decay, and girl, I'm getting sleepy just talking about it. But
Benefit brows.
Yeah, it's just like, girl, come on, let's shush it up. But they definitely have a lot of drugstore items that are really cool. A lot of variety. I prefer Sephora over Ulta. However, like you say, I do also prefer
the reward
customer reward program.
Because you get money.
Because not only that, you feel more valued, you feel more cared for.
You get coupons.
Yeah. And Sephora, girl, if they can snatch the fallen eyelash off of your eye, they will. However, customer service from Sephora.
How do you feel like when you go enter the stores? What a difference from Ulta now that we're living in this times.
I feel like Ulta.
Sephora?
Well, you know, I wanted to seal my deal in Ulta, girl.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like Ulta overall, it's like, I feel like they're burnt, like, the people they hire there are burnt out counter girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're burnt out and they think they still like to wear makeup, but they just don't know what else to do, so they just go to Ulta.
And you know, a good thing that you're still about Ulta. The last experience that we had with Ulta's employees, they were like horrendous. Like I remember the lady who had the blonde hair. She was Latina and she was like deceiving. She pulled out the whole.
Yeah, we were doing an exchange.
We were doing an exchange because the lipstick didn't really work for us, and we went ahead and changed it. If you're watching from the outside of the country of the United States, you know they have a really good policy Ulta Sephora, and I think a lot of the stores here in the States have that policy. Whether if you don't like it, just go ahead and change it or get your money back, depending on how many days have gone by. And the customer service a lot of the times at Ulta, they just, I'm gonna say it just as it is, it sucks. And sometimes they have to call the manager just because they feel like there's something fishy going on. Sometimes, you know, they give you an attitude. They say, oh, well, I'm just gonna give you store credit. I'm not gonna give you your money back. It's
One
like, come
time
on.
we were doing a return and this lady was like, oh, this is gonna take long because the computer's not used to making these returns. And I told her, well, it sure is used to making the purchase, so it should be fine taking the return back.
And she said, what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Like the thing
with
about
an attitude.
The thing about beauty customer service is you just have to be very patient as a customer and extremely patient as an employee, because I know they deal with a lot of bitches on both ends. You know, it's the bitchiest part of literally everything. But
you know, I agree and I disagree with that. And I feel like myself working in Ulta, I had a lot of that bitchy type of behavior where people really didn't care. And if they see me because, I don't know if it was because of the state that I was living in, it was Indiana, or because, I don't know what it was, but literally people would just literally go and just dump the products on top of the counter.
Some customers are just like,
they literally like throw their boxes and their money on top of, oh, I don't know, it's just horrendous.
I feel like that is a case-by-case scenario. If you are a customer service professional, you should be able to note when you have to be more stern and strict or when you can be friendly and fun. Mm-hmm. And overall, that's part of your job. Like literally, that's why you're there. Yeah. But with Ulta, that's my experience. Sephora, I think that Sephora likes to create an environment to make you feel like they're your friends.
Yes.
When we go to Sephora, they're like, oh, hey, how are you? You want to bounce? You know, like, they're your friends, and they like to kind of, you know, and I'm the kind of customer that I like to be pampered and properly treated as, you know.
Because we get that kind of type of customers when we have worked in the beauty industry. And I think that, to me, Sephora, when it comes to customer service from the outside, just by entering the premises, I really, really love the precautions that they are taking, like, to a point and an extent. California was fully closed with the stores, and so some essentials, and you know, Sephora was an essential because it's beauty products, you know, it is what it is. And so they didn't allow you to be inside of the store, so they would just literally bring the items to the outside and hand it to you. You would have to make only the purchases or know what you were going for. Sephora literally goes on top of you, like, don't touch testers, don't go, you know, apply them, don't open products, put your mask on top of your face, and no, like, mouth and nose. And they literally, in the beginning, they were even taking temperature checks. Whereas Ulta was like,
They barely, just this last time we went, they didn't even have sanitizer. We were like, do you have hand sanitizer?
They didn't have any. And then at Sephora, they have a Biosense, beautiful Biosense hand sanitizer that is very indulgent to my hands.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Sephora's cool. I like the selection of makeup more in Sephora. I think it's funner, it's brighter, it's
you have more variety.
Yeah. Even though they don't have the drugstore side of things, which, you know, I think that's a potential miss, but Ulta's got that covered and she's doing it well. But I love Sephora's products, you know, and the customer service is better. However, the only thing I will say about Sephorians is that they don't inform, like, you, like, let's say if you're coming in today and tomorrow's a sale and you're making an $100 to $200 purchase with just literally 2 lipsticks in there.
We haven't never gotten that.
And they'll never inform you, like, hey, by the way, if you wanted to make further purchases or if you wanted to wait for this tomorrow, tomorrow we're having a sale. They have never done that. And when you come back, they're not even honoring the price or anything like that. So in that aspect, it's very money hungry, and they don't have your back like the reward program from Ulta has.
And then on top of that, they don't, like, as Ulta sometimes has, like, if you buy this product, we give you this goodie bag. I think we actually have that benefit thingy that we purchased because you got the mascara and everything else.
Yeah, and sometimes we have to fight
at Ulta Sephora.
Ulta for, like, little gifts like that.
And it's saddened because, you know, working at Ulta, I have to tell you, and I should be exposing Ulta and, like, 10 secrets that you didn't know about Ulta. But I think that Ulta has so many good travel sizes to try on, and a lot of people just really don't care. Like, I remember working in Ulta, like, for, I don't know if I worked there for like 1 to 3 months, I don't remember the period. But in the beginning, my first very weekdays, they asked me, you're gonna have to take up all the samples that we haven't given out since like 2 to 3 years ago. And I'm telling you right now, there were, like, literally boxes that they were full with, like, eye cream, sample sizes, moisturizers, mascaras. And it was like, it just blew my mind because they really had a lot of stock on products that they could have gotten for free. And so most of them, they were gonna expire, and the ones that didn't expire, I told my manager, and this is what I really enjoyed about working at Ulta, that the Ulta was very, very cool. And I asked her, hey, can I just give a full handful of the products and give them to every single customer and every single purchase? And I would literally do that. Like, and they wouldn't even ask for it, because how am I supposed to find out a product is new or a product is good if I don't get to try it? Like, if I don't see the news, YouTube, internet, or anything else like that, and I'm looking for a mascara, I'm purchasing a mascara, and you give me a one for free from another brand that I've never heard, and it's so good, how am I even supposed to try it if you don't give me those kind of options?
And not only that, it helps you not only build your
customer service,
it's a wonderful customer service, and it increases the revenue because, like, for example, we just tried a Glow Recipe avocado mask.
And that was because it came inside of the actual...
Inside of that, yeah. Not because Sephora gave it to us, Sephora. And we loved it to the point that we will purchase it, you know?
It's the avocado retinol eye cream.
Yeah. So good. Like, it just... girl, so
Feels
good.
so nice. And when it comes to Sephora perks, I feel like, you know, you go there and they literally give you like a little tiny bitty little thingy. And it's like, here you go.
For 100 points.
Make sure, or they tell you like, make sure you give me a 5-star review. It's like, come on, like you want me to give you a 5-star review? Give me at least like 5 good samples.
3
like,
out of a perfume for me.
Pretty much. And then a lot of the times I feel like they just work there because they really like the beauty industry or the makeup or the discount or the gratis time. If you don't know what gratis is pretty much products that they receive for free. And a lot of the times they are not even educated. I just had to say, like, they were not educated.
That's true.
I remember one time I went ahead and went for like a scrub with lemon or lime in it,
Sephora.
and the manager literally told me.
And excuse me, let's make sure we understand the gravity of the situation. The manager is not only the head of, in this case, the location. She is a wealth of knowledge to
Yes.
her upbringing, which is her employees. And I'm baffled. But go on.
And she literally told me, yeah, you can get. I asked her, I'm looking for a chemical exfoliant. I am currently using the baby facial and I'm looking for something similar. And she said, well, use this one because it's a chemical and physical exfoliant and it's all of this. What brand was it? Remember?
I think it was like Ole Henrik's.
Ole Henrik's on the lemon lime something with the blue. And she told me you can use it every day. I'm using it every day and I'm loving it and my skin feels so nice. Okay, so here I go to my house, and because of, you know, the current pandemic that's going around, I had to sit down my product, wipe it down, and Romel read the instructions and ingredients, and he said, are you currently using that scrub? Because it was like literally, I think, the first time I was going to jump into the shower with it. And I said, no, I think I'm going to wait and see how does this work. And he said, well, I already read the instructions, and it literally says that you cannot use it daily. It could be potentially abrasive to your skin and damage your skin barrier, which is actually something I'm talking to you guys today. And I was like, it blew my mind how somebody with zero knowledge, with, you know, great customer service, but zero knowledge about the products that they're selling, they're pushing new products, and I'm speechless. I'm just speechless.
It's wild. Yeah. To know that it wasn't an employee, it was the manager of the location. That person should be the most knowledgeable of the products and policies of the store.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Ulta has really good points when it comes to having like their sales, like 21 beauty days, beauty something. And now I've noticed that Sephora is doing like their own version of what that is, and I find it very interesting because a lot of the times they don't match the same, but they do encourage other products that they may want to sell. And I'm wondering why Sephora is not being spoken about it. I like Sephora a lot when it comes to going into the store, because I noticed that a lot of the times when we go into the store, we end up finding more sales than going onto the website. And it's so interesting. I think we ended up going to Sephora one time and he ended up purchasing a lot of Tarte lipsticks. Was that it?
No, they're right here. The
Too Faced.
The Too Faced peach.
I can't grab them, so let me see. It's like he ended up
Beautiful
purchasing.
packaging.
How much were they? Like 26, 28?
They were like 25, I think, and they were on sale for 12.
That's really.
They don't
nice.
have them anymore though.
And I remember I got my moisturizer with
Look
pomegranate.
how beautiful and elegant the actual
Let me see.
the little tube is. A little delicious. And it has
smells
a very
really
nice
nice.
smell.
And then they had that's how I got my first moisturizer by Glam Glow, the pomegranate one. And they have so many good deals. They have so many good stuff, but you have to go to the store because you can't really see those deals online because I don't know why. And I just think customer service overall here in the States, it's just lacking. It's just people are just upset of working right now. Like a lot of the times going to Sephora, it feels like I've encountered a lot of rude people in customer service, overall. But when it comes to Ulta, I want to say customer service at Ulta wasn't that aggressive too when it comes to Sephora. One time we were at Sephora purchasing, I don't even know what it was. Just follow me. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Sephora. And somehow the males asked something about a product, and he literally got neglected. Do you remember that time? And I don't know how I was on the opposite side, and the lady who was supposed to be helping him, it was in the middle, and I was over here, and so I asked him, "Excuse me," and the lady came to me. Do you remember that time or no?
I don't.
And I said, "Excuse me," and the lady came over and she said, "Hey, how can I help you?" And I said, "No, I'm not talking to you." And I felt empowered because she had dismissed my boyfriend, and it was so uncomfortable. Then another time at Sephora as well.
Yeah, something you should know about the Do Faith channel, honey. We're bad bees. Like, we thrive in like pedaling it to the metal. So if you ever rock with us, girl, get ready because it's a full adventure.
And then another time, we gotta be very fast because I only have 1 more minute to wash this off. Another time, this lady at Sephora, she was one of those like beauty advisors, and somehow I don't know what did she do. It's like in one of our closest ones. And then she gave me an attitude for getting close to the customers or something. Like, she was super rude.
Yes. Okay, so this girl.
We have 1 minute, honey.
This girl, she was doing the COVID guidelines and everything, but she was being really aggressive and nasty about it. So,
but it was only because we were males. Because females, she wasn't treating them.
And we were in the area first, getting help by someone else. So she barked at us, and I pulled her to the side, and I said,
"What do you mean by
"Excuse
barked
me."
at us?"
She yelled at us, and I pulled her to the side, and I said, "Excuse me, I really appreciate what you're doing and how you're doing, and I just want to let you know that your approach is completely inappropriate, and I don't appreciate you speaking to me in any way." And what I would have done if I would have been the
person on the other
worker, I would have apologized and I would have said, "I appreciate your evaluation.
I'll be like,
I'm
"Hey,
sorry if I was rude." And what she did, she looked me up and down, rolled her eyes, and said, "Ugh, I'm sorry." So of course I had to escalate the situation to management because now she's not only being disrespectful, she's being inappropriate. It's a mess.
Let me go ahead and wash this off and rinse it off all, and I'll come back with you guys.